Hey guys, Ian Pribyl here with NoMoreBSReviews.com. Today we're going to be talking about a product called Instant Passive Profits by Greg Wood. And it's a CPV program, cost per view is what CPV stands for. And if you've seen any of my other reviews about CPV products, you probably know what's coming. And if you haven't, I'm going to spoil it. I'll get into details in a second. But you absolutely should not, absolutely not, buy products having to do with CPV, cost per view, when you're fairly new to this industry. And if you're researching this product because that's what they pitch it as, you're probably fairly new to this industry. So I'll give you the details as to why Instant Passive Profits isn't a good buy in just a minute. Before I do that, I want to establish myself as a credible source. Like I said, my name's Ian. I run NoMoreBSReviews.com, and I review products like this to make sure people like you don't get scammed, because I have been in internet marketing now for about 10 years studying it, and I've been making money in internet marketing for about 6. So I can look at these programs and tell you whether or not they're going to be useful for someone just trying to get started, because I've been there and I know now where I'm at, what works and what doesn't. So with that being said, back to Instant Passive Profits by Greg Wood. First of all, and I think we're all pretty used to this at this point, like we've bought products before, most of the people watching this video, and you see the upsells afterwards, usually 1 or 2 or 3 upsells that you have to close out of before you actually get into the members area. Instant Passive Profits slams you with upsells. I mean, upsell after upsell after upsell. You get coaching offers that are outrageously overpriced. And then you get done-for-you websites, you know, like they have tons of them pitch. And I mean, it's the same old, but it's like 2 or 3 times what you usually see. Outrageous prices and outrageous offers that are, I mean, ultimately aren't going to get you any further. What you need is a good product. You don't need a whole bunch of upsells. With that being said, when you get into the core product for Instant Passive Profits and you get into the members area, you're going to find CPV, cost per view marketing, and a mediocre software at best. And I think that's being generous. The software has to do with CPV. And like I said, if you're new, you shouldn't really be messing with CPV. I'll explain that in a second. But on top of that, even if you were someone that really needed a piece of CPV software, cost per view software to help you with your campaigns, this wouldn't be your software. So that's why I say mediocre at best. So the problems with CPV. CPV is cost per view, which means basically some people have software installed on their computer that when they type in a certain keyword and they search for it, the CPV software is going to pop up a website for them, okay? So if you bid on that keyword, it's going to pop up your website in front of them. Well, if you really think about that type of marketing, it's very flawed, because this is not someone that's actively seeking your website or the information. They may be seeking something related, but you popping your website in front of them is almost a guaranteed closed website every single time. So that's why CPV isn't that good. A lot of people just think they have a virus on their computer, and I mean, that's really bad for your brand and really bad for your website. If your website pops up and goes, oh, this damn virus, you know, and they shut it, that's not good for your brand. So personally, I've avoided CPV since I've been in because of stuff like that. And even the people that make money in it, it's very difficult to make money with, which is why it's no place for a beginner in internet marketing or someone that's fairly new to this. On top of that, CPV networks, usually you have to pay at least $100 up front for them to deduct your advertising fees out of. So if you want to apply to all these CPV networks that Instant Passive Profits and Greg Wood are going to refer you to, then you're going to need a few $100s. And if you're new to this and you're just getting started, most people don't want to spend a few $100s. Most people don't have a few $100s to put into their internet business in the beginning. Most people are kind of running on a shoestring budget. I know I was. And so that's another reason, is because you're just thrown straight into paid advertising. And I don't recommend anybody that's new to internet marketing, unless they've received very in-depth training, to start doing paid advertising. Because essentially what you're doing is you're paying to learn mistakes that you could be learning from free traffic and not paying out of pocket for. So there's no testing ground for your methods. You're paying to learn lessons. On top of that, you're doing CPV advertising, which is something definitely don't recommend for a new internet marketer, and you're given a software that really isn't worth paying for, even if it were the total price of the Instant Passive Profits product, I wouldn't recommend it even for the software. So, with that being said, can I recommend Instant Passive Profits by Greg Wood? There is absolutely no way I can recommend this product. It's not for new internet marketers, and it's really not even for experienced internet marketers. It's not going to help you further your business, or it's not going to help you get from making nothing in internet marketing to being able to make a living in internet marketing like it promises. And that's ultimately what you're looking for. So, excuse me, I can't give it a passing grade. It flunks out, absolutely, without a doubt. So, again, my name is Ian Pribyl. I run NoMoreBSReviews.com. If you're ever looking for some free resources in internet marketing, I wrote a free ebook that I give away on my website to help people like you not get scammed and give you a very clear idea and a very clear path of how to get started in internet marketing. I also have some videos that I've had professionally developed that don't have me in them. They're animations that help explain some things. And I also link to other blogs and websites and forums that you should find really, really helpful as a young or a new internet marketer. So check out the blog if you get a chance. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me too. I'd love to hear from people watching my videos and on my blog. So with all that being said, I'm trying to keep you guys safe on the internet. And until next time, I will keep on working, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.